The protagonist, Alex, feels weightless and disoriented, unsure if he is alive or dead. Strange, muffled sounds surround him. Suddenly, he opens his eyes to find a crying alien woman leaning over him. Her pale blue skin shimmers faintly, and tiny fangs peek from her lips. Alex tries to speak but can't remember how he got there. The alien woman whispers something in an unknown language, then stops, realizing he doesn't understand. Flashbacks show flashes of Alex falling from a spaceship, explosions, and a strange portal. The audience starts questioning whether he survived an accident or if this is some other dimension. The alien vampire woman seems desperate, holding Alex's hand, but is afraid of something unseen. Her cries echo through a dark cavern-like spaceship. Alex touches her shoulder, and she suddenly recoils, revealing a scar running across her neck, hinting at a recent attack. Strange sounds grow louder, suggesting other creatures or enemies nearby. The first part ends with Alex deciding to follow her through the shadowy corridors. Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Story. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Alex slowly opened his eyes. Darkness. A heavy, suffocating darkness pressed against him from all sides. His body felt strange, light, almost weightless. He couldn't remember lying down. He couldn't remember falling. He couldn't remember anything. A sharp, cold panic ran through him. Am I dead? The world around him was hazy, shadows moving at the edges of his vision. Something soft, wet, and warm brushed against his hand. Alex froze. His heart pounded violently in his chest. Slowly, he turned his head, and then he saw her. A woman, or maybe not exactly a woman. She had pale blue skin that shimmered faintly under the dim light. Her hair floated like smoke around her head, and her eyes glowed a faint red. Tiny, pointed fangs peeked from her lips as she cried softly. Tears ran down her cheeks, falling in slow, quiet drops. Alex blinked. Who are you? His voice sounded strange to him, like it didn't belong to his own body. The woman flinched. She looked terrified. She whispered something in a language Alex didn't understand. Her voice was melodic but haunting, a sound that made the hairs on his arms stand up. She stopped, realizing he couldn't understand her. Alex swallowed hard. I don't understand. I'm not going to hurt you. She shook her head, backing away slightly, pressing herself against what looked like the wall of a dark, metallic chamber. She was small, frail-looking, but there was something dangerous in her eyes. Alex realized she wasn't human. And then it hit him. The smell. A sharp, metallic scent, like blood mixed with ozone. Alex's stomach tweezed. Ted, but he couldn't move. His body felt strange, weak, almost like he was floating. Where am I? He whispered. The woman's sobs grew louder. She held her hands over her face and then peeked at him through trembling fingers. Alex noticed a scar across her neck, jagged and fresh. A wound that shouldn't have healed yet, but somehow it had. Alex tried to stand, but his legs shook violently. He fell back. Panic set in. He remembered flashes of something. A spaceship, explosions, a portal opening. And then darkness. Am I alive? He reached out to the woman. Hey, it's okay. I won't hurt you. Her eyes widened, and she recoiled as if he had struck her. No, she whispered, finally in words Alex could understand. Her accent was strange, broken, like she had never spoken English before. Don't touch. Don't come closer. Alex froze. Something about her terrified expression sent a chill down his spine. What are you? She swallowed, staring at him. I am a survivor. Her voice cracked. They are coming. Alex frowned. Who's coming? What happened? She shook her head violently. No time. Must hide, must stay alive. Suddenly, a loud metallic clang echoed through the chamber. Both of them jumped. Shadows flickered on the walls, moving fast. The woman grabbed Alex's hand. He could feel her trembling. They will take me, she whispered, voice shaking. And you, maybe too. Alex felt a surge of adrenaline. Take you? Who? She shook her head again. No, we have to move. Some instinct took over. Alex got to his feet, wobbling, still unsure if his legs could hold him. He followed her as she led him through narrow, dark corridors. The walls were metallic, cold, and humming faintly with power. Strange lights blinked overhead, illuminating alien symbols that Alex could not read. The woman moved with cautious speed, glancing behind her constantly. Her small frame darted through shadows, her hair trailing behind her like a silver mist. She seemed to know the way instinctively, though Alex had no memory of this place. They turned a corner, and a loud scraping sound echoed from the other side. Both froze. Alex's heart thundered. He didn't know what they were running from, but the fear in the woman's eyes was enough to make him panic too. She whispered again, in the broken English he could now understand. "Follow, don't stop, they hunt me." Alex swallowed hard. "Who hunts you?" Her red eyes glimmered with tears. My people, but not my friends, the hunters, they kill anyone like me. They are monsters." Alex's stomach churned. Her own people are hunting her. He stumbled over a loose panel on the floor. She caught him just in time, gripping his hand tightly. The warmth of her hand was strange against his own cold, trembling fingers. He realized she wasn't just afraid, she was desperate. And somehow, he was the only one she could trust. Another sound echoed, louder this time. Something heavy, moving quickly. Alex couldn't see what it was, but the metallic scent of blood grew stronger. His pulse raced. "Here," the woman whispered urgently. She opened a small door embedded in the wall. Behind it was a narrow maintenance shaft, barely tall enough for Alex to squeeze through. "Go, quickly." They crawled through the cramped shaft, the metallic walls scraping against their arms. Alex could feel every heartbeat in his chest. Every step was tense. Every breath felt like it could be their last. Finally, they reached a wider corridor. The woman stopped, pressing her back against the wall. Her eyes scanned the shadows. Alex could see her lips trembling as she whispered, "We must be careful, they can hear everything." Alex looked around. The corridor was dimly lit, shadows stretching in strange shapes. Panels flickered, revealing glimpses of alien technology, glowing screens, floating orbs, and walls that seemed almost alive. He had never seen anything like it. "Why am I here?" Alex asked. What are you?" She looked at him for a long moment. Then she whispered, "I don't know. But you survived. Somehow, same as me." Alex frowned. "Survived what?" She didn't answer. Instead, she took his hand again, leading him deeper into the corridors. The sound of something following him grew louder. Alex could hear metallic footsteps, slow, deliberate, terrifying. The shadows seemed to move on their own, reaching toward them. Suddenly, they reached a room filled with strange glowing panels. The woman stopped, pressing herself against a wall. "Hide," she hissed. Alex crouched beside her, heart pounding. The metallic footsteps grew closer. The shadow of a tall figure passed by the doorway, stopping for a moment as if sensing them. Alex held his breath. The figure moved on. When it was safe, the woman exhaled shakily. "We must keep moving. They won't stop. Not until me or you are gone." Alex swallowed hard. "I don't understand. Why me?" She looked at him, tears in her glowing eyes. "You, alive, human. Maybe, hope. Maybe, help me survive." Alex didn't know what to say. His mind was spinning. He had never imagined anything like this. An alien vampire woman, hunted by her own kind, crying beside him, and somehow expecting him to save her. The woman pressed a small device into his hand. It glowed faintly. "This will help, but only if we reach the control room. We can't fail, or everything." Her voice broke. Alex looked at her. "Or everything what?" She shook her head, sobbing quietly. "No time. Must go." They ran again, deeper into the shadowy corridors. Every sound echoed, every creak, every whisper, every metallic step behind them. Alex felt like his heart would explode from fear and adrenaline. Finally, they reached a small chamber. The woman pressed herself against the wall, her back trembling. "We rest, for now. They sense us, but can't find us." Here, Alex sank to the floor, exhausted. He stared at her. I don't understand any of this. Who are you? And what do you want from me?" She looked at him, tears streaming down her pale blue cheeks. "I want to live. And, maybe, you help me save my people. But they are close, very close." Alex felt a shiver run down his spine. He realized the truth. This was not just survival. This was a fight against something bigger, something dangerous, something beyond his understanding. Alex sat on the cold metal floor, his back against the wall. The alien vampire woman, whose name he still didn't know, huddled beside him, trembling. The dim glow from her red eyes illuminated the shadows in the small chamber. Every sound outside, the faint hum of the spaceship, the metallic creaks, the soft echoes, made them both flinch. Alex's mind raced. Who is hunting her? What is she hiding? And why does it feel like I'm in a nightmare I can't wake from? Can you speak more English? He asked, trying to calm his racing heart. She shook her head. Only small words. Not enough to explain fully. But you understand now. They, my people, are not friendly. Hunters, they want to kill me. Alex swallowed hard. Your own people, she nodded. Her long fingers trembled as she touched the device she had given him. It glowed faintly in the dark. I sent, signal, hope, human, help me, survive. Alex stared at the device. Strange symbols glowed on its surface, pulsing like a heartbeat. Somehow, it felt alive. Signal for who? He asked. For control, ship, maybe safe, maybe not, she whispered. We must go, before they find us. Before Alex could respond, a distant, mechanical scraping sound echoed through the corridors. Both of them froze. The sound grew louder, closer, more deliberate. They, here, she whispered, her voice shaking. We, go now. She took his hand again, and Alex followed her as they carefully exited the chamber. The corridor was darker than before, the faint flickering lights casting eerie shadows on the metallic walls. Every step made Alex's heart pound. Suddenly, the shadows shifted. Figures emerged, tall, thin, and terrifyingly fast. Their glowing eyes scanned the corridor. Alex's stomach turned. The hunters. Hide, she hissed. They ducked behind a large panel, pressing their backs against the cold metal. Alex could feel her hand gripping his tightly. Her red eyes glimmered with fear, and something else. Desperation. The hunters paused, their heads tilting unnaturally as if sensing something. Alex held his breath. One of them stepped forward, its long fingers scraping along the metal wall. The sound echoed through the corridor like nails on a tomb. After what felt like an eternity, the figures moved on. The moment they were gone, the woman exhaled shakily. We, lucky, now, go. Alex nodded, trying to steady his shaking hands. Lead the way. They ran again, deeper into the ship. Strange machinery surrounded them. Floating panels, glowing tubes, walls that pulsed like they had veins. Alex had never seen technology like this. Somehow, it was alive, like the ship itself was breathing. Finally, they reached a large chamber. The woman stopped, glancing around cautiously. Alex noticed a large screen in the center of the room. Strange symbols flickered across it. This, control room, she whispered. We must activate, signal, maybe, escape. Alex stared at the screen. Activate? How? She looked at him, her red eyes pleading. You, human, help, touch. Here, she pointed to a glowing panel. Hesitant, Alex pressed it. The screen lit up brighter, symbols moving faster. The ship hummed, vibrating beneath their feet. Suddenly, alarms blared. Red lights flashed. The hunters were closing in. They, here, she screamed, grabbing his hand. Run. They sprinted down another corridor, the alarms echoing like thunder. Alex's legs ached, his lungs burned, but adrenaline pushed him forward. Every shadow seemed alive, every sound amplified. Finally, they reached a large airlock. The woman pressed a small button on the wall. A door hissed open, revealing the black void of space. Stars stretched infinitely before them. Alex froze, staring at the vast emptiness. We must jump, now, she said. Or, we die. Alex nodded. He didn't fully understand what she meant, but instinct told him she was right. They both climbed into a small escape pod hidden inside the airlock. The woman typed a few commands into the control panel. Lights blinked, engines roared. Suddenly, a shadowy figure appeared at the airlock entrance. One of the hunters. It reached for them, long fingers stretching toward the pod. Go, go, the woman screamed. Alex slammed the launch button. The pod shook violently, lifting off. They were free, for now. As the pod drifted into the starry void, Alex looked at the woman. She was crying again, but this time, her tears weren't just fear, they were relief. Why are they hunting you? Alex asked. She hesitated, then she whispered, my people, not all, same. Some want peace, some want control, hunters, take anyone like me, weak, must die. I, only, survivor. Alex felt a chill. Your species has vampires. She nodded. Not like human, different, stronger, live. Long, feed, blood, but my kind, different, some, evil, hunters, worse than monsters. Alex's mind spun. He had never imagined anything like this. An alien vampire species, civil war, hunted survivors, and somehow, he was caught in the middle. I want to help you, he said. But, I don't know how. She looked at him, her glowing eyes softening. You, human, different, hope, maybe, save me, save, others, maybe, universe. Alex swallowed hard. The weight of her words hit him. He had survived the accident, the darkness, the hunters, and now, he held the fate of this alien refugee in his hands. The pod floated silently through space. Stars stretched endlessly in every direction. For a moment, it felt calm. But then the sensors on the pod beeped rapidly. Alex and the woman froze. What is it? Alex asked. She glanced at the screen. Hunters, tracking, not lost, too close. The pod shook violently. Alarms blared. The blackness outside seemed to move, shadows of the hunters stretching across the void. Alex grabbed the controls. Can we outrun them? She shook her head. Maybe, not, alone, must hide, must, disguise. Alex's mind raced. Disguise? How? She pressed a button on the control panel. A strange, shimmering field enveloped the pod. The pod shimmered, then became almost invisible against the starry background. They won't see easily, but if close, they destroy, she whispered. Alex nodded, heart pounding. Okay, let's hope it works. For a few tense minutes, the pod drifted silently. The stars outside stretched endlessly, the black void both beautiful and terrifying. Alex glanced at the woman. She was quiet now, her tears stopped, but her red eyes still glowed faintly. Thank you, human, she whispered. For not leaving me alone. Alex swallowed hard. We're in this together. She nodded. Yes, together. Maybe survive. Maybe find others. Maybe hope. Suddenly, a massive shadow passed over the pod. Alex and the woman froze. The pod shook violently as something slammed against its hull. Hunters. Here, she whispered, her voice trembling. Alex's heart raced. We have to fight. She shook her head. No, not fight, escape, must survive, must live. The pod shuddered again, alarms blaring. Outside, the massive shape of a hunter ship loomed, its dark hull glinting in the starlight. Alex's stomach twisted. They were trapped, but the woman pressed a button on the console. Hold on, she screamed. The pod shot forward with incredible speed, weaving between stars, leaving the hunter ship behind. For a moment, silence returned. The pod floated in the void, stars stretching endlessly in every direction. Alex turned to the woman. We made it. She looked at him, tears in her eyes again. For now, human, for now. But not safe, not yet, much more ahead. Alex swallowed hard. He realized the truth. He had survived the accident, the darkness, and the hunters, but this was only the beginning. The universe had opened up before him, full of danger, mystery, and the fate of an alien species resting in his hands. The woman touched his arm gently. You, human, brave, together, maybe change everything. Alex nodded. Then, let's survive, together. The pod floated silently through the endless stars, carrying 2 survivors, 1 human, 1 alien vampire, and the knowledge that something far greater was coming. Something that would test them, chase them, and perhaps change the fate of the universe forever.